Welcome back everyone, it's FNHusa57 here. We are back on Neverwinter on the Xbox One, and first off I have to apologize. It's taken me a little while to get this video out as my time has been consumed with the long division. Anyways, back to topic. Today we will have a video on making astral diamonds. So this will be for mod 8, and this is going to be part 1 starting out, otherwise for beginners. Some of you may know this information already. If you do, please bear with me. Those of you that don't know this information, you will find to be very helpful. This video is also going to serve as part 1 for a new series that I am doing as a collaboration with Smud the Darth. He will be showing you how to invest your astral diamonds after you make them. So the first thing that we want to do is just to give you an idea. You guys all know my character, and you know that I have a fair number of diamonds, astral diamonds and the rough astral diamonds. So what we're going to be looking at is starting out. First thing that you're going to need to remember is what astral diamonds are. They are a time currency. There is no easy button, there is no mod or anything like that for these. You are going to have to put the time in to actually get the currency. Keeping that in mind, I have a level 70 character, and I get asked this question all the time. How do I make the diamonds? Or how do I make AD? Just shorthand for astral diamonds. So you might hear me refer to them as AD or astral diamonds. This way you're not confused, you know what it is. What I tell everybody is you need to get to max level. Now, as you see, I'm on my control wizard. I have over 2 million diamonds. Alright, he's a max level character. He's level 70. So I don't have to necessarily do the same stuff, but it's easy. The first thing that you're going to do with all of your characters, regardless of level, as soon as they get to level 11, there's a quest that you can do for invocation. Now, it's not going to give you a lot of diamonds, but you can do it basically up to 6 times per day. The first time, second, third, fourth, and fifth time, you will be rewarded with a amount of rough astral diamonds. So that's going to be the first way, as soon as you hit level 11, that you start to get some diamonds. After that, as your character levels up, every single time you log in each day, you are going to need to do, in addition to your invocation, between 2 to 6 things. You are going to want to do 2 dungeons. The lowest level one is going to be at level 25, and that's going to be Cragmire Crypts. Now, if you start right at level 25, it's going to take you a little bit longer to complete, so do bear with it. But the reason why you're doing it, you're going to run 2 dungeons. You don't care about opening the chest. You just care about completing the dungeon and killing the boss. When you do that, you are rewarded with bonus rough astral diamonds for the first 2 times you complete it per day. That reward, depending upon what rank of VIP you have, is going to be approximately 5,000 rough astral diamonds. So if you do that 2 times per day, you're going to get 10,000 rough astral diamonds. Then you are going to run whatever the level appropriate skirmish is. You're going to run that 2 times per day. There are a couple of different skirmishes that you can run, and you will get different ones as you increase in level. At a low level, you're going to run the skirmishes like prior to level 25. The skirmishes are going to be how you start, and they're actually the easiest thing for you to run. Now, they don't reward you with as much. They reward you with approximately 2,800 or 2,800 rough astral diamonds for the first 2 times you complete a skirmish each day. There are lower level skirmishes that you can redo depending on what level bracket you're in. You have the Black Lake Terror. That one does not count. It only rewards you with about 200 rough astral diamonds regardless of when you do that or how many times you do it, so you're not going to bother with that. There is a skirmish here. It's the Orc Assault skirmish in the Tower District that you can actually queue up for with your current team. So if you want, there's the Orc Assault skirmish right there. You can queue up for it and do it if you wish to. So that's one of the ways to do a easy 6,000. Now, on top of that, you also have your PvP. You are rewarded with approximately 3,000 rough astral diamonds for the first 2 PvP matches that you do. So very easy at almost any level. You queue up for a basic 5v5 domination, do that twice per day. If you do 2 dungeons, 2 skirmishes, and 2 PvP matches with your invocation, you will be over your 36,000 rough astral diamonds that you can refine per day. If you do not do the PvP matches, you will end up with approximately what I have here, about 23,000, and if you're not level 70, that will be between 19,000 or right around that number, and of course you can refine those. So right off the bat, those are easy to get. The other thing to remember is that everything in-game is worth something to someone in one form or another of currency. I'll do another video explaining the differences between Zen, Diamonds, and Gold and the other currencies in the game. But keep that in mind. You have many things to sell, and this is going to be something that you check out Schmud's videos for. He'll be showing you the market, but there's always something that you can sell, rank 5 enchantments and things like that. So you'll be using the Tarmaloon trade house quite a bit. Now something else very important that we'll go over is you have at least 2 character slots that you start off with. So if you're a brand new player, you're going to have 2 character slots. Now, as you can see, I have multiple character slots. I actually have 10 characters, and I have 12 character slots available. So you're going to want to use your extra character slots. And you're going to want to do your invocation on your extra characters, and ideally at least the skirmishes, because the skirmishes are quick. And then you figure you'll build up, like here I didn't do dungeons on my warlock, I just did my invocation and my skirmishes, and I have almost another 9,000 diamonds on that character. So if you figure I have 10 characters, and if I get, say, 9,000 rough diamonds per day, that's 90,000 rough astral diamonds per day that you can play with. Once you get to level 70, you'll have more options in the fact that you'll be able to get salvageable gear, which we'll go into on part 2. So right now, the only thing that you really need to be focused on is basically just going through and getting these diamonds every day. Hold on to them, because another big part of making diamonds is having the capital to actually invest. That will come with later videos and later episodes. You want to make sure that you have the capital. So the moment you make 5,000, 20,000, 100,000, whatever number, don't be inclined to instantly spend it, because that is actually going to hurt you in the long run. You want to be able to hold on to your currency so that you can start doing more complicated methods that actually require you to have an investment in the game. Right now, this basic 101 information is literally just that. It's just the basics. It's going to get you started. It's there so that you can actually build currency to invest, so that you can build up your character and go from there. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions or comments, by all means leave a comment, message me in game, whatever you want to do. There's a link in the description to Schmud's channel, so go ahead and check out his channel, check out his videos. He'll be showing you basically more intermediate to advanced techniques for increasing the amount of diamonds that you have, basically turning a profit on your diamonds and making them work for you. I really hope you guys enjoy. Have a great time. If you have any questions, message me, smash that like button, please share the video, and make sure you subscribe for more content. Thanks again for watching. Remember, keep your powder dry. Alright guys, now to check on everybody who commented while I was doing this with Twitch. I wasn't doing it as a live stream because I didn't want to be interrupted with checking comments, but Edwin, any tips which I should choose, tank cleric or rapid healer? I'm confused. It really depends on the team that you are going to play with and what your play style is. Really, tank cleric is more PvP. There's basically two roles for the cleric that are extremely popular in game right now. There's the full throttle cleric, which is your main heal and shield cleric, and then there are your haste clerics. If you're going to run with teams that are paladins or have paladins on the team, you're definitely going to want to be a haste cleric. But it mainly comes down to your personal preference on play style, and either way you're going to be a supporting class. He also asks, will you ever do a PvP video? I'm not the biggest fan of the PvP in this game, as I normally go in with randoms, and if I go in with randoms I tend to have the worst luck with the matchmaking system. Yes, I will eventually do a PvP video. I'm not sure how well it'll turn out, so I'll probably do it as a live stream, and if I don't get a good match, then I just won't end up uploading it to my YouTube channel, at least until I go in with a pre-made team. Let's see. I believe that's Mustang? I don't know, the color is kind of weird on that chat. Are you going to do Dying Light tonight? No, I'm not going to be on Dying Light tonight. I am actually getting ready to have my computer worked on, so I am going to be on Neverwinter for a bit, try and finish up a few things, and then I will actually be on The Division later tonight, getting ready for a couple new videos for that game. And back to Edwin asking again about the whole cleric situation. Like I said before, it really just depends on your personal preference and your team that you're running with. If you don't have a paladin, if you only have like a guardian fighter, or you're literally the only person in there, then you're definitely want to go the whole heal and shield route. Personally, my cleric is meant for running with paladins, so he is actually a haste cleric, but it's really personal preference. Haste clerics are not that good. They can be, but they're not that good when you're running without paladins. If you're running just a normal DPS team, then the haste is kind of wasted. There is a third cleric option that you can run, which is a buff-debuff cleric. It's a more advanced playstyle and requires you to have specific gear. So I normally don't recommend that one, but it is highly sought after if you have the right team build, and mainly used in speed running dungeons and things like that, to the point where you're doing like 8-minute Temple of the Spider or less, but you have got to have like a perfect team set up for that, everybody knowing exactly what they need to do. You'll be running with a heal paladin in that case, and your sole role will be just to debuff the enemy so that the rest of your teammates can actually do more damage and do it faster. But it's another option for the cleric, so there's several ways to build it. Anyway, you're actually going to be a support character. The DPS clerics are PvP builds, and they're not really that sought after in dungeons or anything like that, because warlocks and wizards, hunter rangers, pretty much everybody can out DPS even a DPS build cleric, and with lifesteal being broken in this mod, you really need somebody to heal you. So you either need a shield, damage reduction of some kind, or somebody to heal you. Heal it in a Scourge Warlock running a Temptation build also works pretty well. That's the one that you'll see Dark Reveille. It basically is a modifying stat in lifesteal, so that works as a healer. My Paladin I'm on right now. I'm actually on my Lagadin build, which no longer does the DPS that it used to, but it is a healing build, so it works perfectly fine for filling that role, and I just haven't switched back to my Retribution build yet for it. Edwin, as far as would I have chosen another Paragon power for my Paladin, it depends again on how you want to play. This is my Lagadin build, which was basically a DPS healing build. However, they patched how Burning Guidance works, so the DPS side of the build is no longer valid. It still does decent damage, but it is a support class. I will be going back to my Retribution build, which is a pure DPS build. Personally, I'm not a fan of the perma-bubble builds because all you provide to your team is a shield. While shields are important, I like to be able to shield my teammates, but also do a lot of damage in the process. Patapad, sup FN. Hey man, what's going on? Just answering a few questions at the moment. Had some people asking some pretty interesting things about Neverwinter, so figured I might as well take the time to answer them. What build is this? This is my Lagadin build. It's a DPS healer build for the Paladin. It doesn't really do as much DPS as it used to, so I wouldn't personally recommend it if you're looking for a DPS build, but the Retribution build is going to be the way you want to go. And other than changing some stats and feats, your armor and gear and everything will be basically the same for the Retribution build. Yes, this is the build that you farmed with me on Shores. It was pretty much one of the best builds that you could have for farming purposes. Ah, your Ascended Smile, okay. That makes sense now. As you can see, Burning Guidance still works. It's just they changed the way that it works and how often that it procs. You can still recharge your daily, you can still out-heal almost all damage, but it's just not as good on the DPS side of things as it used to be. So that's why I'll be going back to my Retribution build. Ah, yes, the two Lagadins. They were fun. There are a couple team makeups that you can get that make farming very, very easy. A Retribution build will make it be easy, but your teammates do actually have to be able to somewhat carry their weight with with the Retribution build. While you'll still do an extreme amount of damage, you're not going to be able to melt the boss like we could with the two Lagadins. Unfortunately, they had their time and now are pretty much extinct on the DPS side. Is the devoted cleric paragon power called anointed champion good for a tank? Clerics are not supposed to be tanks. Not exactly sure what you're trying to do there, Edwin. If you want to be a tank, make a guardian fighter or make a paladin. Those are your tanks. Clerics are buff, debuff, support, and heal. That's all a cleric is for. As far as whether or not the anointed champion, that is one of the best dailies for a cleric due to the fact that basically it makes your party members immune to 3 stun or knockback attacks. Very, very useful for specific fights like the Lost Mouth fight. It's one of the best dailies that a cleric can use. Patapat, as far as the Retribution build goes, it is on my YouTube channel. It is exactly that. The name is literally the Retribution build, Neverwinter Oathbound Paladin Retribution build. The only thing that is really different on it is the Paragon path. Instead of going Oath of Devotion, you go Oath of Protection. And then you have a little bit of a difference in the way that you actually split your stats. Instead of going towards all action point gain like a perma bubble, you go more towards your critical chance, but still have some in your action point gain. Powers are a little bit different, of course, and your feats are a little bit different. You spec mainly your heroics differently, and you spec some of your Justice Paragon and Light Paragon a little bit differently for the Retribution build, which I will be doing a updated video for Mod 8 as soon as I go through and actually switch all my stuff back to the Retribution build, since I've been on, well, at the moment, way too many games, as you've all seen. I've been on Dying Light with its new DLC, The Following. I just got The Division, so I've been doing all kinds of videos for The Division, and I'll be doing more videos for The Division. You all know me. And just all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm planning on getting Dark Souls 3. I just got the new free game with gold. That's actually looking like it's going to be pretty fun, so I'll probably do a Let's Play for that as well.
But then they turn their sights on the Neverwinter Guard. We need your help in culling these rifts and pushing the demons back to the abyss.
Yes, I do have my Hunter Ranger. Trapper builds are one of the best builds. You're looking for extremely high crit and damage over time on those. Other than that, personal preference really. Before I log off, I'll go ahead and answer that. Patapat, let's see. The Division, how do I go from level 23 to level 30? You have no more story missions left. These story missions are not designed to be basically how you get to 30. You'll do the story missions, of course, but you're actually going to have to do a few things extra. You're going to have a ton of side missions. If you go to every one of the safe houses, you'll actually be able to get more side missions and more encounters. You are meant to do the side missions and the encounters so that you actually level up and level up faster. That's how you get the additional XP to go up to level 30. And that's also how you get the supplies to level up your tech wing and your security wing, all of those interesting things that you will need come end game. Favorite game in the Xbox One? Dude, that's a tough question. I am a die-hard Gears of War fan. But sadly, the new Gears of War, the remake of the first one, basically, the Ultimate Edition, that just didn't live up to what I was expecting for it. I would say it would be kind of a close call. It's kind of really hard to actually pick one, but I honestly had a lot of fun with Call of Duty Ghosts, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for it, but that game was fun. Extinction mode was a good balance between team coordination and a new mode that wasn't just shooting the exact same zombie 10 million times over. So I'd have to say at the moment probably Call of Duty Ghosts, then followed by Neverwinter. Edwin, when are you doing another Division episode? I probably will not get to another Division video tonight, but I should get to another Division video tomorrow. I'm running out of time right now. It's early in the morning for me. It's about 1:30 in the morning. I'm on Eastern time, so that's why I'm not going to be on much longer. What I have planned, though, is I actually have planned every single one of the missions on hard mode, and then I will be taking you through basically 5 tips, 5 things that you absolutely need to know about the Division. And then we have a couple other videos that I have planned. Regular game farming, Dark Zone farming, got a Phoenix credit farming for you. You're going to love that one once you hit level 30. Few things like that. Challenge mode farming. Going to start doing some weapon reviews because I got my hands on quite a few of the named high-end weapons. I'll also be doing a video on crafting and getting your high-end loot, as well as a leveling guide for the regular game and for the Dark Zone, so you have a lot of content coming your way. Pretty much last question that I'm going to answer for now, otherwise I will literally be on all night. Edwin, are you going to play Destiny again? That is a bit of a sore subject. I had a lot of fun with the game for a while. Then they started mucking around with the classes and weapons and basically constantly nerfing stuff that, in my opinion, I didn't really feel like it needed to be nerfed or changed. And then they screwed all of their season pass holders over, and that honestly caused me to quit playing the game, and at the moment I don't have any intention of going back to it. I have plenty of things to do on Neverwinter, The Division, Dying Light. Like I said, I plan on getting Dark Souls 3, so you'll see me on that game. From what I've seen of it, it looks fantastic. I might get into Warframe, but then you're talking about another grindy game, so we'll just have to see what I have time for and how everything goes from there. Also, if you do think of any questions, send me a message or leave a comment on my most recent channel news video. I will be compiling a list of questions for a Q&A video or question and answer video. See you guys. Have a good night. I'll catch you on tomorrow.